Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Charles the Church 3. You can call me Charles, and if you're new here, consider subscribing. I release educational Pokemon Unite content daily, so hit that bell notification so you don't miss an upload. And if you do enjoy this video, please leave a like or leave a comment down below what you want to see next. It really helps out the algorithm, and I'm always, looking forward to trying new things, or off-meta strats or whatever, or helping you guys out with any questions that you may have. So let's get right into the video. So today's video, what we're trying to do is make this video more of like a beginner's jungle guide. So if you're really new to jungle, this would be great for you. Or if you're barely picking up the mobile game, this is also another great video for you. So I'm going to be putting this down in my beginner's guide to Pokemon Unite playlist on YouTube. And so you'll be able to go back and see what's all the other videos. So previously I made a jungle video of displaying how to really jungle and the fundamentals of jungling, but I may have left out a few things, and to the beginner, right? So I want to go into make this other video. I want to go into the practice tool, make this video for any of the little nuances or any of the little things that may have skipped over from that video. But if you guys have not watched that video yet so far, if you're new to jungling, I'll suggest watching this video first and then going back to the second video and watching that, and then it kind of shows you how I put everything of what I'm saying into perspective into a regular match. So without further ado, let's head into the practice tool and get things rolling. So here I just want to show you a basic clear path for jungling, and I'm going to discuss some of the things that you should be thinking about when jungling and some of the things that you should be prioritizing. So here we start off with any normal game, and we'll go here and boom, we'll go to Lillipup, and this is going to be the first camp that you do, and I'm going to do a full clear, and I'm going to show you how to clear properly so that many people low elo don't take your camps. Okay, so if you're on this side, boom, I'll take this. We're always going to want to use agility if you're playing with Zora, but anyone that uses the dash, even greninja with his little decoy dash, right? You still want to use that, right? Just to show you that you need to, timing is everything, so you need speed. So what we do here basically is we take Corphish before buffs. Okay guys, so remember that, and this will allow you to be able to not lose your Corphish to any laners. So here, before even taking the last buff, what I would suggest is looking at the lanes and seeing which lane is gankable. So if bot lane is gankable, well cool, we'll go to bot lane. But if it's not gankable, well then we're heading top lane. So how do you determine if a lane is gankable or not? Well, first things first is the CC. What I do is I count for CC either on my team or the enemy team. So is the enemy team have a lot of CC? Do they have what are the matchups? Is it a Snorlax Ninetales lane on the enemy team versus your Gardevoir Venusaur lane? Well, I wouldn't. If that's the case, I would suggest not ganking top lane, right? So I would suggest ganking bot lane. So we'll go down to bot lane. We'll catch a kick gank, and then we'll get the bees, whatever. And I know my timing may be off here, with coming down to bees, but I just ended up getting the Corphish in the middle, just while I was talking. But so yeah, so you would end up getting the bees, score, and then look to get the Corphish in the middle here, and then you can even look for a top lane gank from there if they're overextended. But if there's no gank to be shown, well then what do? Then you just want to go back into farming Corphish first, and then go into your buffs. Now you could skip the Corphish, just in case if Dreadnought is coming up and you really need to be with your team. Well then you can skip the Corphish and just go for buffs, and then really fast, and then look to transition down to bot side. But But yeah, that's primarily how like the early game jungling is going to be for your first few levels, right? So early ganks is you want to gank the lane who has superior CC. If you have a bot lane with a Wigglytuff, right? Wigglytuff and a Lucario, well, and they have a Charizard and let's say, I don't know, let's say they have a Charizard and a Blissey, right? Well, you know, the Wigglytuff Lucario lane's gonna win, you know, and just because of Sing, you know, Sing alone is just a crazy ability, you know, so you're gonna win off that. So, you know, you'll be able to prioritize that lane. So basically, all in all, what I want to say to you is, when you're looking for your first early ganks to get a lane ahead, well, you should be thinking about matchups. And matchups, you know, whoever has the most CC is going to win the fight, or whoever is pushed up. This is another way to distinguish who's going to, you know, who you should be ganking. See, if Lucario and Wigglytuff are pushed up to here, and they're fighting around the tower, or they're just, you know, taking CS, they're really controlling the lane, well then, there's no really reason for me to gank them. But now, if, you know, our Gardevoir Venusaur lane and top lane is getting pushed in, I may be able to go for a gank. And if they're at their tower, like around here, if they're at the tower and the Snorlax and Ninetales are at the tower right here, you know, trying to really pressure them on the tower and dive them, well then I can come here. And then also, if it is a weak lane, then you also want to be aware of counter jungle ganks. So there may be a jungler hovering that Ninetales Snorlax lane, because that is such a oppressive lane and it does have a lot of CC. Well, that lane might attract other junglers, and you know, they might want to, you know, try to even pressure that lane even further and end up looking for a dive on your teammates. So yeah, with that being said, let's move into what else. How do we play the objective side of things? So the objective side, when it comes to objectives, is, you know, you want to be there on time. So as you can see the timer in the map, with the timer clicking down for Genna, right? You want to be there, I would say 30 seconds before Genna. So spawns, either Genna or Rotom, but I would always prioritize Genna over Rotom if you're going for that. And then, so say if the enemies are dancing in here, most of the time they're dancing, right? They're not immediately gonna start Genna most of the time, right? So if that's the case, you know, just look to farm, but farm around Genna and look for picks. You know, don't stay on lock camera. You want to farm around Genna, look for picks, look around the map, you know, see what's going on, see like what's going on around here, see what everyone's doing, see what everyone's positioning is. That's how you want to you know, that's what you want to be doing every time that you're looking for an objective. You want to see where everyone else's position is at. You want to see if you can catch someone off, especially with someone like Zora, right, who's great at catching people out and 1v1ing people. So even 1v2ing people, you know, if you have your ulti, you can easily 1v2. So another thing, so that's one way of looking at objectives. The next thing of how you want to look at objectives is this, is if your team, if it's a 50-50 on the objective, well, you want to look to secure it, right? You want to look to be able to secure that objective. So whether you're a Lucario, whether you're a Zora, whoever you may be, you want to look to secure the objectives. And even if your team is all on the objective and doesn't look like anyone's coming, just keep in mind that somebody could come out of the bushes. Yeah, I can't tell you how many times a Talonflame hid in like a bush around here or around here, and then they just immediately come out and just swoop in and steal the fucking Dreadnought. It's so annoying. I can't stress that enough to you guys. But, you know, it happens to the best of us. So always, you know, even if your team is in the lead and have, you know, priority over the Dreadnought, always look to be the one, for you to be the one to secure the objective. Because how, you know, we discuss how other people play properly, you know, the defender, your defender may be busy zoning out the enemy team. Your attacker may be busy putting out DPS on the enemy team. Your support may be busy healing others. Your all-rounder may be busy by hitting the backline and flanking. So it's pretty much up to you. So you need to look at these types of things, and then this also translates into Zapdos as well. So with these things, you can use them for Zapdos as well. Same concepts apply here, apply there. And let's go over to Zapdos here and just show you like where you want to stand. So if you're looking to do Zapdos, right, if someone's in the pit like that, then you just want to like hover around and just wait for them to take damage, and then look for the steal if it's just you, right? So you're just gonna be running around, but if you can get a kill, perfect. But if you can't get a kill, then you just have to wait for a steal, right? And you want to sit back around here. Most of the times a lot of people look at those bushes, but you can also sit back over here, but yeah. So that's kind of the thing. And look for cooldowns. You saw how that Snorlax uses blocks. So now we just come in and we go like this, and we just obliterate him, and boom. It's just a easy, Zapdos steal from there. So you just want to be looking at those things. You just always want to be, proactive with what you're doing. And also you want to be, using your camera looking around the map, like how we said, for Dreadnought fights. So all this applies, okay? And then, what else should we talk about? I'm pretty sure that's about it for like the beginner's jungle guide. To just get you guys started with like just jungling and learning how to really, make an impact on the team. And really learn like what to gank, what is a good gank, and how to gank. Last thing that I want to talk about is actually how to gank. It's perfect tailing into this. So how to gank is pretty easy. I don't need to go through the practice tool with this one. So how to gank, it's pretty simple. So basically what you want to do is you want to take a launch pad over, you want to get into brush, and you want to look for gank opportunities. If they have not seen you, just be patient and look for a gank. Other ways you can gank is also going in lane behind them. If your laners are pushed up, then you can go in lane behind them and sneak into a bush and look to be patient from there. Another way you can go is actually just going straight in, like from the river, just going straight up into them. These are like basic ways to gank. So number one, come from behind them. If your lane is pushed up, you come from behind, you sneak into a bush, easy peasy. Number two, you take a launch pad over, you sneak into that bush, and then into the first bush that you get launched over the wall with from your core fish from either side, either top or bot side, and you're able to sneak into that bush and able to look for an easy gank from there. But yeah, those are common gank patterns that I would say that I come across a lot. So these gank patterns are gonna help you out, and just just look for opportunities to really punish your enemies. But don't telegraph your ganks. I would say just try to be patient, and also just one more tip I would say here is think about where the enemy is gonna go. Think about like what his lanes, what he's going to prioritize in ganking. Now, not all the time will the enemy make the most proper decision. He may make a wrong decision and gank some weird lane like the Gardevoir Venusaur. If he had them on the team, he may gank them and spam gank them for some reason. But into a Ninetales Snorlax, right? So people do dumb mistakes like that. So you can't account for that all the time. You get into a game, you always want to assume that they are a good player. And when you assume that they're a good player, it automatically makes you become a better player, because now you're playing at a level higher than them. And so if if they're playing bad, then you can easily punish them and you easily know how to. So that is the beginner's jungle guide. I hope I covered everything pretty solid, you know, just to get you guys start jungling and to make you feel a little bit more confident in your ranked games, and so you have a little bit more clarity of like what to be doing and what your role is on the team, you know. So hopefully I answered everything correctly. If not, if you guys have any more questions, please leave them down in the comments below. Like I said, leave a like on this video if you did enjoy the video, and also, you know, just want to throw it out there, you know, I post Pokemon Unite content daily. It's all educational content, so, you know, hit subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss an upload, guys. And thanks so much. We're on the road to 700 subscribers, so that's amazing, guys. Thank you so much for that. And until next time, guys, we'll see you out on the Rift. Peace out, guys. Bye.